Hello, welcome to the Dancing Oracle with me, Najia. I'm going to do a reading tonight for the collective. So whenever you end up watching this video, whether it's tonight, whether it's tomorrow, whether it's 1 year from now, this is the type of video, if you're drawn to it, that is meant to find you. There will be words, themes in here that will be messages from your angels, guides, and ancestors that are here to assist you on this earthly plane, to help you find your way, for you to see beyond the veil, to view things that you need to see and hear and be aware of that you normally wouldn't in your normal everyday focus. All right, so I'm gonna cleanse the cards and shuffle. While I do that, I'll talk a little bit about my channel. I'm just lighting some sage up right now. This is a sage bundle, and I'm trying to get it smoking a little bit more, right? Because sage has the ability to cleanse the cards from the last reading. So let me get a little more smoky. And then on the Dancing Oracle, I'm a psychic. I'm a psychic medium. I use tarot cards as my primary method, although I have all the clairs, and I will be talking about the clairvoyance, clairaudience, clairsentience, claircognizance, my psychometry skills, my seeing auras, and working with the chakras, how to see the chakra energy and how to clear it and how to work with it. My experience that going way back to my toddler years, working with chakras and astral travel. These are all gifts that we have from other dimensions, and we often forget about them and forget how to use them when we're very young. And I will be in upcoming episodes teaching you how to develop your intuitive gifts, how to transition from 5D to 4D, from 3D to 4D into 5D, and working with the fifth dimensional energies so that you can live life to your fullest, highest intention. All right? We got the cleansing going on. Now, so right now I'm trying so hard to get 1,000 subscribers. I've got about 800 subscribers. I've got a few thousand watch hours. I've been working hard for years, particularly the last 2 months on this channel. I've been working really hard because at some point I will get actually some kind of money, maybe a few dollars a month at first. I'm hoping to get YouTube partnership. To subscribe, it is free. It is free to subscribe. It costs nothing. And it does help me eventually stay on here. I did come on here years ago. I had a hard time being able to afford the time to do readings for people when I'm not getting paid. And I'm really hoping eventually to get some type of money from this so that I can continue. So subscribing is a free way to help support the channel because it will allow YouTube to send it out to more people. And when I reach 1,000 subscribers, I will start to earn something. And if you hit the like button, that gets it out to more people, which eventually helps me sharing the video, copy and sharing it, or just hit the share button. Hitting the notification bells. And if you can afford to donate something, there's the SuperThanks button. I just got my first SuperThanks from Jay. Thank you, Jay. He surprised me and sent me a couple dollars. Hey, I was grateful for that, you know? I'm so happy to get my first one. And I'll be putting a PayPal link on here, and I do have a buy me a latte, buy me a coffee. And that's supposed to end up in my bank account by some miracle. We'll see. I got the app downloaded. And there are memberships which give you priority information, allows you to communicate more freely with me because I will know that you're a member, and I'll be able to, answer your comments because they'll stand out with special emojis. I have 2 levels of membership, Angel and Goddess. I think Angel's $1.99 a month. And that'll give you the ability to have certain privileges, and Goddess membership has private videos just for my members. Some of the things you asked me, I'm not ready to reveal to the whole public, so I will just have that it's like clickable on any link that anybody could read. So I will just be doing that one for the members, for the Goddess members. Okay. Ask Spirit, this person I'm reading for, or number of people in my listening audience, I'm just asking for a couple cards to tell me a little bit about them. Okay, so I'm reading for someone who is highly intuitive. I drew the High Priestess card. She or he, most likely a she. I have a lot of female subscribers. But this person is really good at tuning into the divine feminine and sacred knowledge. They have access to sacred knowledge, at just what I was talking about, all the clairs, being born with that and not forgetting it all. We're born into this world. We don't have the capacity to communicate when we're little kids. And when we finally start developing the capacity to communicate as small children, we start losing our memories of our divine knowledge that we had before we came into this earthly world, So this person still has some of it, all right? And they're playing it too small with the Three of Wands in reverse. So reverse is like, wanting to start like an entrepreneurial or creative project, and there's lack of foresight, lack of planning. There's a lot of unexpected delays, so there's something that's happened recently that's causing delays in what you need to do. There's obstacles to long-term growth. Oh, I wonder if got something on the inner. I wonder if the people in my audience want to start a spiritual venture, whether it be a business or a creative venture, and doing something really new and bringing their gifts out to the world across, and they want to collaborate, but there's a delay in being able to collaborate with others. So I'm going to continue shuffling to do the full Celtic cross meanings of the reading. I will not do a Celtic cross actual formation because look, my little area here is tiny, too tiny for a Celtic cross. So I'm going to do something a little different, but all the meanings will be on this, all based on the Celtic cross. I have to say a legal disclosure for entertainment purposes only. It's crazy I have to say that, but it's really doing this for educational purposes and reaching you spiritually, but all the readers have to say for education, for entertainment purposes only, for various reasons don't want to get into. But anyway, so this person who wants to start this spiritual endeavor, possibly a creative project or business, with the lack of planning and lack of foresight, they're not realizing how much work is involved. There's a lack of commitment, and it looks a lot easier than it is. It looks is a tremendous amount of work, and you're not seeing like how much you have to do for how many years before it starts to pay off. And that may make you want to give up or delay things. So what's blocking this is there's a certain disharmony. There might have been a breakup with somebody else. There's broken communication. This could even be broken communication with your higher spirit, your divine counterpart. We're not listening to the divine here. It's in reverse. These are both in reverse to my body, okay? That's what I am talking about. I'm just going to lay the rest of the cards down, and then I'll let you see my face, so you don't have to just look at my stomach. And it's hard to see that the cards are in reverse, for this. I don't have a 2-camera. I'm not set up for that. I do need to be able to hire people to help me with technology, but the funds aren't there yet. I'm just trying to post for everybody and keep up with my promises to my listening audience. So as I lay the cards out, you're just going to see that I truly shuffled them. They're telling a story. I didn't line them up ahead of time. So you know that. I know a lot of other readers get accused of lining the cards up ahead of time. This is all being done like no editing. And at the bottom of the deck, this is showing the here and now, what's going on in your thoughts, right? Right? So that you know that these are the cards I pulled. I'm going to talk about them later. But for now, I'm going to hold up all these cards and talk about them in the positions and what they mean in these positions for my listening audience, my listening and viewing audience. Thank you for being here. I love hearing from you in the comments. So if you feel like your angels and guides are communicating with you through this message, this reading, I really want to hear from you, right? So in the conscious thoughts, you're really having a hard time making a decision, and you're not able to see clearly. You have blinders on, and you kept your emotions behind your back, and you're not looking back there. You're all in the intellect, and you're caught up in your mind. You're going back and forth in your mind. You're not going into your heart to see how you feel, and you just made blinders. So you're very, very, very indecisive. You're weighing your options. You're having a lot of avoidance, having your blinders on and not checking in with your heart. That's where you really need to make your decisions. And in the subconscious, you got someone that could be a little bit of a backstabber, somebody that's got a testing energy that might, not like a malicious, you feel like there's someone malicious, like there's someone deceptive hidden from you, perhaps even hidden from you, or you might sense it in the subconscious. There's, this is the Page of Swords in reverse. In the reverse position, it loses its good qualities of a, intellectual testing energy, youthful energy. It becomes manipulation. It's haphazard action or gossip, or gossiping about you. It has a lot of bad connotations. So that's going on under the surface, right? You're already having a really hard time deciding things with this venture, this new venture that you think is easier than it is. Okay? And we've got in the past, delays. We have a lot of delays concerning this issue. You're hung up. This is not by choice. If it were upright, it would be by choice. I want to pause and take a reset and look at things from a different perspective. This is like, it's delayed and you're upset about it. This is not meant how you wanted it to be when it's in the reverse position, because you're still not sure. You're caught up in your mind. You can't make it up. And what's going on in the near future, because of all of this going on and you're not really able to get in touch with your sacred feminine to the degree that you want because of the Two of Cups in reverse, you have an issue with feeling isolated with the Hermit in reverse. Again, this would be a great card if it were upright. It would be by choice that you want to be alone and seek another vantage point. These cards normally with a hangman, if these were upright like this, these are two cards where you purposely get a different vantage point to look at a situation, to make the next move in order to decide what to do, right? But these are, but in reverse, they take on negative connotation. You ended up delayed, not because you wanted to be delayed and take another vantage point. You're stuck. You're just stuck. You're stuck and you can't figure this out. And with the Hermit in reverse, you may recognize this from Led Zeppelin, Stairway to Heaven. That's the same Hermit at the top of the mountain. I drew that picture once when I was young. I love that. I did a whole, I don't know whatever happened to that. I wish I still had it. Maybe I gave it away. But when it's in reverse, it's not soul searching and trying to get that higher vantage point. It's literally like feeling really lonely and isolated, like you've lost your way. That's in the near future because of the current energy that you're putting out is leading to that. Is leading like, you just want to give up. You just want to give up. You can't go the distance up that enlightenment mountain. And so it's telling you, if you don't change your energy now, this is where you're headed, okay? You want to change your energy now, so you put this in a position of empowerment where you know where you're going and you can go the distance and you can see the higher vantage point and you have spiritual guidance. So you have to realize that you have to, in order to change your energy, you have to merge this partnership within you and with the heart, with the cups, and receive that divine guidance and not take the easy route, easy way out. It is harder than you think. What you're trying to do is harder than you think. You have to love it enough. You have to come from the heart and you just say, I have to do this. The card that represents you is generally you're very content. You have an easy life. You're in a good position. You're in a good position, and maybe like you don't realize because you're already in a good position. You have a lot of contentment in your life. You have a certain amount of wealth. You can serve everybody a cup of love or a cup of wine at your table, invite a lot of friends over because you have the ability to do that because your life is a little bit more comfortable. You don't really realize that embarking on this new venture can be so difficult, and you have to just realize that and say, I love it enough to do so. And in your environment, you've got a lot of self-limiting beliefs. Your inner critic is really playing havoc with your mind. Your inner critic is also making it hard for you to make this decision of how to go forward. You also have somebody, spreading lies about you or just making it looking you look bad. That doesn't help. That card is right above this card. So this person in your life, in your subconscious, or it could even be somebody from your past, because it's the subconscious. It could be like how you grew up as a child. I'm hearing that now on the inner, clairaudiently. You were manipulated when you were younger. You were not allowed to express yourself freely. This is why you're having a hard time. You had inner knowledge that you were not allowed to express freely. And that's why your hermit's in reverse, your hangman's in reverse. You don't trust yourself. You have too much of an inner critic because of your past embedded into the subconscious. You have to free yourself from your bondage. These are swords of the mind. These are swords of the mind. These are words. And they're trapping you. Okay? But you're just now starting to release that bondage. You're starting to just open up to a new perspective, like open that up and let the swords fall away. Allow the bindings. See the bindings? They would just fall off in the reverse position. You're headed towards self-acceptance and freedom. Okay? And you've got to hold on to that. You've got to hold on to that. In the hopes and fears, like I talked about your childhood, you were stabbed in the back a lot, repeatedly with words. And you're afraid of that again. You're afraid of the criticism that you will get as a spiritual advisor or a spiritual teacher, a spiritual person going into your high priestess energy. You are so worried about how you will be treated and misaligned. And there's in the long-term future, we have issues with the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. Now, this is often called the card of living in a gilded cage, like a beautiful bird trapped in a gilded cage. Very beautiful bird, very beautiful cage, surrounded by wealth and riches. I told you that the card that represents you is you're comfortable, right? And the thing is, like, you know, you'd have to really hustle to do this new thing. You might be living beyond your means. You know, you have an there's a few things that this can mean. The Nine of Pentacles, I mean, because Pentacles have a lot to do with work and empowerment, but it can, in this position, it'd be great. You would be empowered and working. But in the reverse position, it's like some of you could work too hard, you're too obsessed with the work, and you're not getting anywhere, you're not taking care of yourself. And the other one, which kind of made more sense because we drew the Page of Pentacles, was the issue, like not realizing how much work it takes, is that you might overspend. Like maybe this new venture you're doing, you're like living beyond your means, you're like physically putting too much, you know, too much into it financially, where you're overspending, overdoing it. And you're having an issue with like financial independence, like it's a false success. So you're having, you know, you're hustling and you're having issues with like self-worth, but you don't have a practical plan. You don't have a practical plan to take this off the ground. And the thing about it is, you need to get these cards in the correct position. It's not about like, I have to think this through. You have to withdraw and go within, right? Because both these cards in the upright position are withdrawing and going within and getting away from the clamor of the mind if they were upright, but they're in reverse, so they're to your detriment. If you could do that, you have the High Priestess energy. You came in with those gifts and you're not using them for yourself. That's the heart of the issue. So something that's going on now, I don't know, you might have recently gotten married, there might have been a celebration, you might have bought a new home, you're laying a foundation for something that's wonderful with community, but at the same time, you're coming out of a tower moment where your whole world was disrupted. And it's showing a lot of disappointment, moodiness, unable to fulfill the promises that you want to fulfill and give to people if it were upright. There's an over romanticization of things, but you're actually experiencing the negative qualities of the Knight of Cups. It might be somebody in your life that's working against you in showing a complete lack of support for you. They're being moody, they're being jealous of you, maybe because you want to do this new venture and they don't like it. They want you to be reliant on them, They want you to stay in that gilded cage. They say, like, just do this, you're fine. But in reality, you feel like you're a prisoner with this. And there's a lot of wealth, intergenerational wealth surrounding you. So you may have a lot of grown up in wealth, and then you're kind of doing this other thing, and like, maybe people don't like that, that you would be doing this other thing. Maybe it goes against their sense of spirituality. Maybe you're into more new age stuff, and you grew up in a very strict religious background. I grew up in a Catholic background, and you couldn't do any astrology or, God forbid, tarot. Here I am doing that with my strict Catholic background, and wanting to be a nun when I was younger, and volunteering at the convent for years. All of that, they would frown upon tarot. I feel it's very spiritual myself. I tune into my guides with tarot and with the oracle cards and signs in nature. I look for signs in nature. So what I would advise for you, I'm going to do an angel number real quick for you, okay? Oh, no, I want to do an affirmation for you from Circles of Healing. Again, if you watch this video, please like and subscribe. It's free. Subscriptions are free. Membership costs a couple dollars a month. But even just subscribing for free will help me reach my goal of 1,000 subscribers, hopefully soon. And if I can't make headway, I'm just going to stop doing these videos, because it's a lot of time. But if I can get enough people interested and have something to compensate me for, buying cards and the money I put into things and the time I spend, I really want to give everyone tools to be more intuitive. But if I don't have a lot of people to reach, what's the use? I need people. Most of the people who subscribe to my channel, they want to watch my celebrity readings, and they're kind of fun. It makes you forget your troubles. But they're not really what's needed to help people grow and heal. And that's really my mission. All right, I pulled this card for you. Ooh, solar plexus card. The mandala for the solar plexus. I will read you a beautiful affirmation, dear subscriber. I hope you're a subscriber. All right. I enter the sacred solar mandala, receiving the 9 rays of blessing, bathing my entire multidimensional being in divine radiance. All right, take a screenshot of that. Can you take a screenshot of that? So you can carry that around in your phone and remember that affirmation. I'll hold it better so I don't block anything. Okay? So I hope you took a screenshot of that, and that will help you. Thank you for tuning in. I'd love to hear from you in the comments. I'll try to answer you if my hands aren't hurting, if I have time. But I do read everything, and I do You will know if I read it by looking at there'll be a little picture of me with a little heart right next to your comment, and you'll know that I've read it, okay? Because I do read every single one myself. And I'll be back for more collective readings. These are readings for the collective, for whoever's meant to hear from your angels and guides through this channel. Thank you. Thank you for joining me and watching.